Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Kneon. I am here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello.
And it's time for another daily dose of dismal Disney. So she's going to lead this one again. Apparently, Disney is not very happy about that article in the Wall Street Journal, calling out their pricing and their price gouging. And now they're trying to say, no, relax, guys. Relax. We're still quasi-affordable.
Yeah, so yesterday we talked about the article that was in the Wall Street Journal, which was saying everything we all knew, which was Disney is too expensive. Right. They have anecdotal stories from people who have gone, that aren't going back, who have gone, the first time for years, and they're all like, nope, not going back, too expensive. It's not a value. You remember we talked about that whenever they look at their data, their survey, they were told that it was misleading and all this other bull crap. And I joked yesterday about how hard they were gaslighting. Well, hold their beer, because here they're back and they have a whole press release out about this and how, no, guys, that isn't true. It's a value. And there's deals. There are deals if you spend a lot of money, you can get, this deal or that deal. Or if you live there. I wish I was kidding.
That sounds like a Dr. Seuss thing. That's a Universal. That's the wrong park. So let's talk about this. Before we get into it any further, please subscribe for more pop culture, news, views, and rants, guys. You get woohoo if you do.
Woohoo.
If you'd like to help support the channel, go out to clownfish-.com and you can check out our Plus Club as well as our merchandise. And we've still got some of these incredibly popular Dismal Kingdom parody t-shirts. You can celebrate your distrust of the mouse, I guess. It also comes on a glass, but the t-shirts have been blown out the door. Lots of people love these. So
that's what I put out. Our daughter wore the hoodie the other day, and she said about how nice it was. Just saying.
Yeah, no, the merch is all pretty high quality stuff. It's all good stuff. We have another party handling this sort of stuff for us, and they've been doing a really, really good job with it. So
I didn't know the hats had a purplish green version too. Anyway, let's go out to the important stuff. Disney, okay. They're the most important thing. They'll tell you so. So if you haven't watched the video from yesterday, go watch that video first, because that ties directly into this. But the Wall Street Journal did an article talking about how it's not a value, and a lot of people don't want to go anymore because they can't afford it. And then even if you spend all the money for the hotel and the tickets, you pretty much can't ride hardly anything unless you pay for the upcharges to do so. Disney tried to say you don't have to pay extra to still have fun. They didn't say you don't have to pay extra to still get on the attractions. They said to still have fun, because according to Disney, it's just a lot of fun for you to pay them to get in the door and then go spend more money on food and merch. So,
yeah, that's they keep trying to push the magical moments that don't involve rides, because they would love it. I mean, honestly, Disney would love it if they never had to build another attraction. That you just show up, like you said, and spend money and eat.
Yeah, that's what they want. They actually literally during the pandemic charged people to come in for the honor of coming in to shop and spend money. You couldn't ride anything, but you could pay them. You could pay to get in, to go shopping and eat and spend money.
Like a very overpriced Sam's Club.
Yeah, there's no value in this one. So this is the response. So I joked yesterday that they are out of touch. They're gaslighting. They instead of addressing the actual issues people have, they are just going to pat people on the head and talk over them instead. And that is what their fundamental problem is. They're not going to get better because they refuse to address the issues. So here is their brilliant, press release the day after. Disney Parks offers everything you need to know. To all who come to this happy place, welcome. Disneyland is your land, Walt Disney said when he dedicated Disney's first theme park in 1955, and he wanted a theme park for families that families could afford.
Yeah.
It's been the company's motto ever since, and the reason why Disney has remained a leader in family travel for 7 decades and counting. Yeah, but you're losing your spot.
They've turned all of Disney into Pleasure Island. I mean, let's be honest here. He didn't want alcohol in the parks. It's just, he would not be happy. Let's just say he would not be happy.
But everybody else is beating them. Dollywood's beating them. Heck, Knoebels is beating them in some ways.
Knoebels, yeah. Like when I was a kid, we used to go to Knoebels all the time because I lived, when I was a kid, I lived in Pennsylvania and then bounced back and forth between PA and California. But as a kid, I went to Knoebels, and I love Knoebels. But I remember being bummed that like all my friends got to go to Disney and I always got to go to Knoebels, even though it was pretty close for us. And now Knoebels is actually beating Disney.
Yes, in some ways, like on food and stuff, they're beating Disney.
Oh, yeah.
So then they go on. The number one thing we hear from the millions of guests who visit our parks each year is how much a Disney vacation means to them. They're going to keep bringing this up. Not that it's affordable, that how much it means to them. Basically, you can't put a price on magic. And we intentionally offer a wide variety of ticket, hotel, and dining options that are all still too expensive to welcome as many families as possible. Whatever their budget, Josh Damaro, chairman of Disney Experiences, said, we also know that in the inflationary times, it's especially important to give families ways to save on their visits, but you don't. We haven't increased the lowest price ticket to Disneyland since 2019. And we recently introduced a kids ticket for Disneyland for as little as $50. Yeah. Okay, but I want to mention, we talked about this yesterday. I said to you, they keep arguing they didn't change the lowest price ticket. And what they're doing is they do this on the parties too. They keep the lowest price ticket the same price, but you get way less of them. So in 2019, that was the lowest price ticket, and it's still pretty high. But, there was a lot of them offered then, a lot of days with that offer. And now that is significantly reduced, and the majority of days are going to scale towards the higher priced tickets. And the higher price tickets, according to the inflation chart we looked at yesterday, was way above inflation, the pace of inflation. Yeah, and they keep jacking that up. So that's bullshit. And they give $50 tickets in California.
Yeah, and like I said, when I was a kid and I went late 80s, early 90s, we went every summer, and I remember the tickets were about $25.
Yeah, well, that's a deal for California people.
Yeah.
But most people go to Walt Disney World. Ever since opening day at Disneyland nearly 70 years ago, you're going to see a trend here. They're going to use this to advertise their shit. I'm not joking.
I'm sure.
Generations of families have been making memories with Disney. Here we go, memories again, that last a lifetime into the decades. Disney has always created new ways for guests to save on vacations, but you aren't. You have to get creative. We know our parks create lifelong memories. Do you see the pattern for families? We worked hard to make a Disney vacation accessible for all income levels. You keep saying this, but you don't. Hugh Johnson, chief financial officer of the Walt Disney Company, said, with strong guest satisfaction scores and intent to visit ratings, our parks remain the most popular offering in the industry. Again, not answer the question. And you're not the most popular in the industry. That's, your own data you presented at your investor call showed that you're only up 1%. So you're almost flatlined on attendance. Okay, you're flatlined.
Yeah.
And your cost per customer is up to 5%, is up 5% higher because those customers you keep fleecing. That's what people are bringing up. That's what you're not answering. Okay. And they never answer. the about the expensive add-ons. So they're going on about it again. We understand the financial pressures of families face across every part of their spending, including how they travel. No, you don't. We listen to our guests and use feedback to introduce new offers and promotional deals, which provide significant savings. No, you don't. Here are just a few. And now we're going to use this opportunity, guys, to promote our deals. Okay. You can't make this shit up. First of all, Orlando. The Discover Disney ticket offers Florida residents 4 days to visit for $60 per day plus tax. You can use it through January through May with an advanced park reservation and subject to availability. You can buy this ticket if you're a resident and there's space on days that maybe when we don't have anybody there, we'll let you in.
Yeah.
There's also another 3-day one that's $75 per day. Again, same thing. If it's availability, one park per day, et cetera, et cetera. California, they mentioned that here in a minute too, same thing, resident. Most of the guests aren't residents, okay? They're not resident of the state. But we also offer other things, like guests who stay at Disney World Resort can enjoy a water park admission a day of your check-in. The water parks that you have closed most of the time and, aren't that great. Then this is their big deal, guys. Then interestingly enough, if you go to the article, they have updated it and took one of these off of this. This is what they have now. I have a copy of what they had earlier. From January 2nd to February 10th, because that's today, you can get a free dining plan with the purchase of a non-discounted 3-night, 3-day Walt Disney Company travel package, including a room at select Disney resorts and a park hopper ticket. They probably took it off because today's the last day for it. It might have sold out. Yeah. But to get this deal, you had to purchase a non-discounted 3-night, 3-day at least travel package and pay the upgrade to the park hopper ticket. You're not getting the free dining.
Yeah, people don't understand. Free dining a lot of times is not a good deal.
No.
They do it because it sounds like a good deal, like, oh, free dining, but you're paying the rack rate for the hotel, so you're paying full price for the hotel room. In a lot of ways, you'd be better off getting a discounted hotel room and then just using that money toward food. Because the Disney dining plan, frankly, isn't that good of a deal either, unless you eat at the most expensive places.
But you can only get the table service now, if you're at the more expensive hotels, which is the next part for the hotels. They're having a discount on hotels, but they up to $200 a night, right? But they're not telling you that the cheaper the hotel room, the less money you actually save, and you have to buy so many nights to get the deal. And sometimes you have to have tickets and stuff with it too to get the deal. So it's not really a deal. It is a bunch of bullshit. Like the fine print makes it so it's not so much of a deal. And then they go on about say at Walt Disney World with all these resort hotels, our dining options and more, and our Epcot Festival of the Arts, and then our Disney on Broadway series, and then our Flower and Garden Festival. And they just use this as a way to vomit all these things that they want you to go to spend money on.
But wait, there's more.
Yes, and it's just like this is a deal where you get the deal as you give us more money, but it's a deal for you and saves you money. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Disneyland, same thing. They have a special $50 per day ticket. Resident offer, again, you have to be a resident to get it, and the hotel offer, which is similar, where you have to stay on for so many days, and you have to pay, you have to make sure you can't just go one day. To get a deal, you have to go so many days, and you're not really getting a deal. So they're talking about that. But then again, it's the 70th anniversary, guys. So you need to go to Disney California Adventure for their food and wine festival and Seasons of the Forest, and that's how we're giving you deals, guys. That's how we're doing it. And they're talking about they're going to have their 70th anniversary celebration, and they go on about that. And then here we go, the last paragraph. Nothing compares to a Disney vacation. Once again, same well. Offers like a child's ticket for as low as $50 at Disneyland can make the first trip to Disney possible for many young families, except they don't tell you how much the hotels cost. And the memories they made are one of a kind. Again, there's that memories bullshit.
Yep.
In fact, in a recent survey, the one that they accept, of 3,531 adults by Morning Consult, commissioned by the Walt Disney Company. Now remember, when it was the Wall Street Journal getting a survey done, it was misleading and a lie. When they commissioned it, it's fact. They revealed a strong majority of families with children under 5. So they went to the data, found the one side that agrees with their point. Families with children under 5. Nothing compares. They said nothing compares to a Disney vacation. ... What's the rest of that sentence? Said that a visit to a Disney park gives memories that last a lifetime and can't be placed. That memory's bullshit again. ... And the rest was what? And those that had visited Disneyland or Walt Disney World felt the vacation was worth the expense. But there's dots again. In what context? You want to go on about misleading information? Well, I would argue this is completely misleading because we don't know the context.
Well, okay, so good news. If Granny dies and you get her inheritance, you can take the grandkids to Disney, because weren't they trying to?
Yeah, they were asking Disney Vacation Club members. They were surveying them. Disney Vacation Club members are the people that pay $40,000, $50,000, $60,000 to get a membership hotel, and you would somebody points a year to use it, and you have to pay property taxes on it and everything else. So they're already the wealthy people that kiss the ones that the Disney really wants that they're kissing up to, and they were literally surveying them about if they got inheritance money, how willing were they to use it at Disney?
Yeah. So do you got anybody that's ready to die? If Grandma was ready to die, she'd want you to go to Disney World. She wants you to take the grandkids to Disney World to not be sad anymore. I mean, that's pretty sick when you think about it, to even ask that question in the first place.
Right? And you keep seeing over and over, the memories, guys. Can you put a price on memories? Yes, you can. You do it all the time. And families have had it. And this is also the same damn flipping company that fought to not have to pay income tax on their Disney brand or whatever the property tax on their Disney brand because when they were assessed on including their brand as part of the taxes, they had a shit fit and fought and went through got everything changed so they did not have to pay on something intangible in quotes like their brand, the same brand that's intangible to pay taxes on that they want to bilk you for because it's the Disney brand, guys. You can't really put a price on that. When they tried to, you got mad and went to court over it. Like this is the load of shit. This is the most gaslighting load of shit. They never answered. What is the number one complaint people had? The upcharges of the Lightning Lane. Yep. And the fact that the tickets are going up, but that's not even so much as a problem. A lot of the increase in the expense has been the fact that you need a stupid Lightning Lane add-on to get on the attractions. And Disney is making it so insufferable that if you don't get that add-on, you're going to be sitting in line till you go pay for the add-on.
Yeah.
And they don't address that at all. Hey, guys, at Disneyland, we have $50 tickets if you meet all the fine print criteria. This is how out of touch. It's a value. On what planet Disney is this a value? Please explain to me how this is a value. Show me. Don't give me the memories bullshit. No. Show me mathematically why going to a Disney park makes more sense than going to a local theme park for a fraction of the cost. And you can't use memories as in the answer.
Math is racist. They can't do that.
This is the most asinine, insufferable, insulting load of shit. Okay? It is ridiculous. It is. We give you values. There's deals sometimes on our already ridiculously overpriced stuff. Yeah. By the time you get a deal, it's only like twice as much as it would be to stay in a hotel outside the park. You're so out of touch, and it shows. And this is why people are getting mad and leaving you.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
I'm pissed. The gaslighting is so insulting. If they show you who they are, believe them.
Yeah, I mean, people are still going to line up to go, though. That's the thing. It's just like, I don't think, like, look, I mean, this is just a feeling I have based on the fact that, again, we used to do this full time, the whole Disney influencer travel.
We could be tour guides, and I'm not joking.
Yeah. I mean, it's like I've seen the backside of Mickey more times than I can count, right? Been there, done that, gone to all the secret locations, gone to whatever. So there's an attitude change in the people that do this, that cover this. And they're not as gung-ho as they used to be. I mean, it's not just us. It wasn't like we were the only defectors. We were definitely one of the earliest defectors.
We took a lot of shit for defecting.
We took a lot of shit. But now it seems like the majority of people that have been doing this for a long time are not as magical. They're not feeling the magic.
Well, they're probably not given the incentives they were given once before, but the demands are still probably there. And, what got me was I'm in different Disney groups, and somebody just today, post this whole manifesto about how, I think I'm going to take a moment to rant. And it's like the magic isn't gone. I see everybody complaining about how there's not as much magic at Disney and because, the costs are there and all this stuff. Well, the magic's not gone. It's what you make of it. I'm like, wait, did you literally just tell people that they're being overcharged, they're being nickel and dimed, even paying the upcharges doesn't guarantee you actually get to ride anything and all that crap. And then they're not allowed to complain about it because it's what you make of it. That's like telling somebody who is like some kind of illness that you weren't healed at the retreat because you didn't believe enough. Right. That's bullshit. And it's like, and I just like, well, first of all, I had to be a swarmy bitch and be like, well, wait a minute, you just complained, so the magic's gone, I guess. But I was like, people are allowed to complain. They have legitimate reason to complain. And yes, you can go in there with the attitude, well, it's going to be great because I decided with my attitude. And that's cool. You do you. You try to make the best of it. Everybody does. But it doesn't change the reality.
Yeah.
And telling people they don't believe enough. Well, I guess your vacation sucked. Tinkerbell's dead because if you clapped harder.
If you just clapped harder. It's all your fault.
You could have been miserable. You could have been getting bilked. You could have had no fun and got to get on like 2 rides all day, even though you paid the upcharge. But you know what? It's your fault for not having fun.
It's your parents' fault for not spending enough, kids. If they just spent more at Disney, if they loved you more, you would have had a better trip.
Right, because the memories, you can't put a price on memories. They just don't care about their memories with you. That's literally what this press release. It took a shot every time they said memories. You'd be falling off your chair by the end.
Yeah. I mean, it's just. I mean, it's sad. It's just. It's definitely. It feels like the end of an era. I mean, people are still going to go to Disney.
Put your money here. It's way cheaper.
There you go. Get your Dismal shirt. Actually, I dare you wear those shirts into.
Well, they let them in with it.
Parks. I don't know. You have to really squint to see what's going on. Probably just be like, oh yeah, it's just a basic. I mean, it's not like it's Mickey with a middle finger or something. I don't know. That'd be funny though.
You can't do that though. Trust me. So no. Wait a minute. Technically, if you use the Steamboat Willie Mickey, you might be able to get away with it. So
you might be able to get away with it. But
anyway, are we going to wrap this up?
I think we need to wrap this up. Yeah, I'm sad. But I'm also over it. Disney's never going to be what it was.
And they won't learn. That's what I guess makes people so frustrated. You say you listen to your customers. Your customers are telling you repeatedly that you're too expensive. The upcharges are getting out of hand. The Lightning Lane's too much. They're telling you over and over and over. And your answer is, well, silly goose, just go when it's on sale.
Yeah, right.
But you don't understand those sales are in quotes. And you still have to pay for all these upcharges. And they might have a day that those hotels are cheaper, but I bet you the park tickets are up those days. I bet you the Lightning Lane passes are probably up those days. They don't tell you that part, you know. There's some. We have one day the ticket's really cheap, one day a year.
One day a year.
But they do it with the parties too. I've talked about before. Yeah. The cheapest ticket stayed the same, and maybe the highest price ticket was a couple bucks more, but mostly the same. But the majority of tickets shifted upwards, so they all stay in the higher range. It's just what they do.
You don't want to dress up in costume in the middle of August?
Yeah, but I'm just saying. But I'm just saying. You can go in there and I say the cheapest ticket price. You say the same, yes, but you might have like 2 days with that cheap ticket price as opposed to 10 days it was last year. You know.
Right.
So anyway. We're going to wrap this.
Let's wrap this up. Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. We'll talk later.
Bye.